Hi guys, it's Dan here, just having a look at a new team I've just made. It's my Russian Premier League team. I'm just going to expand this one out a little bit so we can see it bigger. Right, so the story behind this team is I was using a Spanish league and also a Serie A team for a while, and don't know, they get a bit samey after a while. I really wanted to try something different, and I had a look at the Russian league. Surprised, so many really good statistic players, so many well-known players. I suppose there's been a lot of money in the Russian league lately, and surprised how cheap they were as well. You'll see the price. I haven't worked it out yet, but I'll put it down in the description. It's not going to be much at all. There's not many players in this team that are like big money players, but they still match up well with, some of the big names on Ultimate Team. I've gone for the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Now, I've always been a big fan of 3-5-2, but I fancied one which had a bit more clout at the back. With this team, I quite often go defensive or even ultra defensive. Philosophy I'm trying out at the moment is having it so that they're coming on to me more often, the team, and then I'm slowly passing it up, and then by that time, because they've put all their I'm inviting them onto me, quite often their defence is a bit sparse, and I've got quite pacey players at the front that can take advantage of that and really break through their defence. So let's get straight down to it. Let's look at the team we've got. So we'll start with Akinfeev. Obviously he's the main choice Russian goalie at the moment. Really good stats all round, really up there with the best of the goalies on this game, I think. Again, was really cheap as well. I was surprised to find that. And you feel so safe when you got him in goal, like, honestly, so safe. Left back we've got Crescito, 82 passing, 76 dribbling, so he can chase down with the pace. He can chase down wingers that are making big runs, big attacks. He's got 79 defending, the ability to push them off the ball, and also with his pace, dribbling, and shooting as well. Sometimes he does like to join the attack. Because I keep them defensive, this team, very rarely that's a problem. You can always bolt back anyway. Decent passing, because I like to pass the ball around as much as possible and then look for gaps, so it's good to have that in this team. We'll go straight to the other wing of the back. We've got Anyakov as my right back. Again, the same sort of story really as Crescito. Good pace, good defending, good passing, so good all round right back. Now the defenders look like if you just look at it now, you'll probably think they look quite basic, but I've chosen these for a very specific reason, and that is pace and defending. We've got Hubachan on the right here, and the Italian one is Borgetti. Now 77 pace and 76 pace, so decent enough to chase down any strikers and to come back if you sense counterattacks on the way. Both decent defending, 78, 79. I know it's not the best in the world, but it's pretty decent. And an alright-ish passing stat to get play out. Now heading is also pretty good. Obviously Pachetti's the better header, good for clearing the defence if they're doing a corner, and also sometimes they do come up and join the attack at a corner as well. In my centre defensive position I've got Envia. Envia is really classic, good player, seems so solid, like must have good strength rating, 81 defending, 77 pace, 77 passing. I find him supporting the defence quite a lot and then building up the passing play. I like to have him as a good anchor at the back in midfield, just ahead of the defenders, so that if I'm doing an attack and I feel like the shape's not right, just bring it back to Envia, get the players all into the right position, and then just start it back up again. On the left wing we've got Zizek. Obviously he plays at Angie now, but this is the version that plays for Dynamo. 82 pace, 81 shooting, decent dribbling. Now left midfielders and right midfielders, they do get a bit lost in this formation in the sense that they're there for the build-up play, but they're not really on the attack that much. I suppose that's because I'm using a defensive mentality, but both these players I've got on the left and on the right both have decent shooting, but you don't really get that as much in the game. Obviously I do score goals for these guys occasionally, but they do get lost a bit in this formation, I do have to admit. Hulk on the right, he's just such a good all-round player, 90 pace, 85 shooting, 85 dribbling, and he's he is what he says. He's a Hulk, and he's just so good at holding on to the ball, even when he's got like one or two defenders around and trying to get it off. It's like he's just like, nah mate, leave me alone, I'm going to keep a hold of this one. Let's go into the centre attacking midfielder, because I love this guy. We've got the Japanese player Honda there. Such a good player. I don't know what it is. I think his balance must be set really well, because he's so hard to get the ball off him, and also free kick specialist, decent pace and shooting. He seems great at slotting those balls through to the attackers. Now these two are the secret weapons on this team. We've got Samuel Eto'o and Wellerton. Obviously Eto'o, one of the best strikers in the world, to be honest. You know, obviously he's losing it a bit now. He's gone to Angie sort of to see out the rest of his career, but you know, he's still got, on this game for example, still great pace, shooting, still scoring goals like there's no tomorrow. But Wellerton, who I think's broken on this game, I don't know what it is, but 92 pace, all the shooting stats and everything are great as well. He just seems to score no matter where he is. Both of them have this really uncanny ability to try and beat the offside trap as often as possible. They always seem to be there when I've got a player just making a chip ball or a free ball. They always seem to want to get on the end of it regardless of what defenders are there. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this team. Played quite a few games in Division 1 at the moment. I've only lost one of them, and yeah, it's doing really well. So, you know, just some highlights from the bench. We've got Danny there as a really good centre attacking midfielder replacement. McGeady nearly made it into the team. If you look at his stats, he's fantastic all round. Special mentions to Tosic, who only just recently came out of the team, being replaced by Jujak. Amazing pace, dribbling and shooting, but didn't quite make the cut. But I'm happy to bring him on as often as possible. And also the striker Doumbia, not as good all round as the rest of them, but still a good player. So yeah, any ideas of what players could be better in here? I know that there are a few players. Obviously, you got Yuri Zhirkov, you could play in this team. You got, you know, a few other good players. So any ideas what you think would make it better? What better formations there might be for this league? Just let us know in the comments below. And yeah, cheers for looking, guys. Have a good one.